The virtual G20 Leaders Summit was convened to discuss the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. At the meeting, all the G20 leaders, including China, agreed to work together to contain the pandemic and protect members of the public. Kenyan economist Edward Kusewa says the pledges made to share information and resources will prove vital in the fight against the virus.
There's been a call for, in the G20 Virtual Summit, has been a call for an emergency health ministers meeting where they could be able to start sharing information and take collective control against this epidemic. And we've been able to see philanthropists like Jack Ma just pledging some of the tools necessary to help Africa combat COVID-19. And this is just an extension to show you the principle of sharing and collaboration that China has had in the past, and the principle of multilateralism that China has purposed to help the globe. And therefore, China has committed to assist not just Africa, but globally for inclusive sustenance, and especially towards this outbreak. I think it's through China has brought up a new concept of collective collaboration amongst different international organizations and states. The principle of being able to come and share information to try and fight this epidemic together and to try and stem up policy, whether it's policy to do with public health or whether it's international macroeconomic policies that help countries to be able to sustain and fight this war together. I think we must be able to replicate that effort. Right now, the outlook has changed. I mean, structurally, there must be new adjustments, not just countries fighting things alone, but for global action. What we are seeing right now is a shift from what we call legacy assistance or traditional kind of assistance, which has been aid assistance or development finance. And now there's more concerted efforts towards public health spend, especially expenditure spend on public health, which was something that we have not seen in the past. And therefore, we anticipate that moving forward, that countries are going to set up their game towards fighting this kind of epidemics by putting more budget on public health. And this has been called for a very long time. And so for debt-ridden countries, they have to again start to structurally adjust their economies and how they look at their deficits. I think if they can shift from budget deficits to more systemized planning of how they spend their money, then maybe we could have more spend on health outcomes.